Okay, so we've got 2 of 2. I've got my cat here, it's been annoying. Yes. Right, some admin. So we know Sluggith had followed last time. And we've now got another follower, Tengil 101, so thanks to Tengil 101 for following. So, Tix Murphy, we're going to play that in a minute. The reason why you're seeing Tempest intro is because I've just uploaded that to YouTube now, and it's something for you to have a look at. Oh, I've been playing Mean Streets before I start, and Mean Streets is the first one. This is the third one in the genre, and I've been writing all stuff down for Mean Streets, so that's on that one. Mean Streets is an interesting one, but we're going to get into Tex Murphy. So let me just find it. Gog. Under a Killing Moon. Just give me a sec whilst make sure everything's okay. There we go. Okay, so we're loading. And that's the save we went for. Right. So, I'm not quite sure what we need to do next, unfortunately.
The once majestic Chandler Avenue. There's enough radiation in this asphalt to fry an egg on Christmas morning.
So let me just adjust my camera. Okay. It's better. You don't want to see the mess at the back. Problem is I can't. Problem is the camera's like kind of. This is where my screen is. So I've got the camera kind of coming across here. I would like it so that it would be a bit higher, but there's not really much you can do about it now. At some point I'm going to have these monitors up higher, so it shouldn't make much of a difference. So I'll have to see about that. So I'm doing this, it's because I'm trying to find out what's behind the camera. Okay. I mean, maybe I should have put the camera over here, but... Maybe I could put it over there. In fact, I might do that actually. It's like, oh yeah, this is my Ouya. It's not a brick, by the way. Let me just adjust this. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit weird that you're having to see it that way, but at the moment, I mean, there's not really much you can do, and it's getting in the way of sort of what I'm seeing on that monitor. So this monitor over here, it's got my Streamlabs stuff I don't really care about. My chat window is on this one, so but hey, you get a good view of the stuff I've got at the back, so that's fine. Okay, so 78 points. Let's look at the hints. Getting to Rusty is finding out who robbed the pawn shop, using the CranLink computer, getting a new fax machine, or mailing a credit card application for the electronics shop. Let's click this one. So we've got get the credit card application from Texas office. We've got examine the credit card application. We found the mailbox. Yeah, we've worked that one out. Pressing the question mark button for a hint will cost 4 points. So there's lots of steps before we get there. Let's spend some points here and see what this is. Open the desk drawer. In Texas office. Have we missed something? Surely not.
On the top floor of this place is where I...
Because we've opened a desk drawer. Unless we need to open a different one. But I'm sure I tried that. Oh, you can open different ones, right? Okay.
As usual, it's a mess. Nothing in here but a stamp.
But we'd need that stamp.
Nothing in here but a stamp. One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed.
Right, I didn't know you could go through the... I thought I did, but apparently that isn't the case. Fine. So let's go on the other side and see if there's anything that we've missed in there.
As usual, it's a mess. Nothing in here but a pen.
I thought it was a bloody pen. For crying out loud.
This is probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office.
Fucking hell. Right, okay, so we got the pen, which is what we needed to do the credit card application. So, use with this, or do we combine? Pen with this. Filled out application, right, okay.
Now all this baby needs is a
That's fine, we've got one of those. So we use to combine again. Combine this with the application. Ready to mail application.
I need to run this thing down to the auto post box on the street.
Right, that's fine. We need to stop trying to. It's because I got my hands on the arrows, and I keep wanting to move with the arrows, and it's not an arrow thing. 'Cause the arrows are the up and down, looking up and down. It's still nice with the mouse. I'm used to it. Alright, where's the mailbox? There it is. So use this with the mailbox.
Postal service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning.
Okay, so that's that done. Let's see if the hot dog stand is open. Hopefully it is.
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark. The wiener stand on the patio at the base of Coit Tower made the best.
That's a no. Okay. So if I go back to my office, maybe I can get it to do the next day.
That's a perfect bet.
No. Okay, so yeah, he's not gonna sleep. Okay, that's fine. So there's something else I need to do. So new fax machine we're not gonna get because the electronics shop isn't open. So I've got a Cryolink computer. Turn on computer, enter information, clues and who robbed the shop, and question mark, but I think we need more information anyway. Fax machine. Yep, I knew that one, that's fine. Who robbed the pawn shop? Get a glass shard from the alley behind the pawn shop, question mark. We looked at the front print, we went to the newsstand. Asked the bum. Talk to Rob, the pawn shop owner, and take the case. So there's a missing thing from here. So there's something I'm missing from the alley, I think. So I need to go back there. And then there's something between Chelsea and the bum. I mean, I've asked everybody else about the burglary, but... Get into Rusty's. Okay, forget Rusty's for now. Right, so we need to go back into the alleyway. Bomb's still there. Is there anything in here?
I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is...
No, I've heard that.
I wonder what all these Whoever uses these...
Oh,
Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or saving them for that special piece of trash.
okay, not useful. Maybe there's some items I haven't moved. Or whatever, unless those two spots there are of anything.
The texture of the pavement surface is a cross between a spilled coke and sandstone.
Which isn't anything. Checked all those. We know about the broken glass.
Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop.
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
Didn't really want to do that. Let's go back to the alley. So that goes straight to him.
This building that Rook runs his pawn shop out of is at least 120 years old, making it only slightly younger than Rook. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around.
I've heard that.
An empty bottle of evanescent spring water. For those with a higher class of thirst. An empty bottle.
This will be the trash thing.
These disgusting piles of trash remind me of Aunt Betty's annual yard sales.
Okay, a bit new, but still useless. I think I've heard that one.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around.
Yeah, I've heard that one. The bomb's still there.
An empty bottle. An empty. The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. These are empty I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot.
See, I can't move any of these. See, this is a movable one. But I can't get past it anyway. There's nothing.
Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can.
See, moving it's not gonna give me anything else, I don't think. I've been up there, and that's just a painted on door apparently.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Wow, a recyclable paper.
There's nothing in there. Oops.
Hey, this door's just painted on. Hey, this door's just painted.
No. Just double checking I've not messed anything up. There's definitely something that I've not done in the alleyway. Unless I need to examine the glass shard.
Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a carrot top.
Right, okay, so we can add that to the computer so the person's got red hair. I bet that's going to be the thing that I forgot to do. So we can add that to the computer. Excuse me. Okay, so we've got other things already added to the computers, so we can hair color red. Still got 100 matches, so we need to know the blood type, the eyes, any distinctive marks, scars, limbs, sex and a race. So still got quite a bit to find out yet. And hopefully that should be filled out in here. Examine the glass shard, yeah. Ask Chelsea, remember the clues for later. I mean, who else am I going to ask? Because I've asked everybody else. Right, I'm going to spend some points here. Get a newspaper in front of the door at the Brew and Stew. Okay. Sort of things I didn't think about, because I didn't think picking those up. Well, I didn't even notice it was on the floor, to be fair. Here we go. Suppose I should really look at everything.
Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page.
Okay, let's have a look at this. To read the newspaper, move the cursor over one of the articles in the newspaper, highlight it, and click the left mouse button. Close by the article will appear. To select another article, click the resume button, and repeat the steps above. So, burglaries baffle police. The total of inner city pawn shop burglaries committed over the past 3 weeks now stands at 9. Zippy Cash, located at the corner of Jackson and Maple Streets, was broken into 3 nights ago. Pawn shop owner Urban Roby did not report the crime until this morning, thinking it was simply a practical joke played by his friends. Tragically, this wasn't the case. Of the 9 burglarized pawn shops, Zippy Cash was only the second not owned by a mutant. There had been some speculation that police are not actively investigating the crimes, since most of the victims are mutants. Wait, what? The 9... Zippy Cash was the only second not owned by a mutant. Okay. Mayor Lender, who is up for re-election this year and will need the mutant vote to retain his position, has publicly called the police onto the carpet. Police Lieutenant Mark Malden, who is heading the investigation, denies that the police are dragging their feet. What we're dealing with here is some kind of master criminal. He just hasn't left us much of anything to work with. Lieutenant Malden is sure that the burglaries have all been committed by the same person. The MO, methods of operation, have been almost identical. A girl goes to a pawn shop, hawks a piece of jewellery for a large amount of cash. Then the shop is broken into that same night, which is pretty much what Rook said. Lieutenant Malden would not specify, but said that his team of detectives have some evidence and hope to have some solid leads within the next few days. Okay, that's fine. Body found in Bay. The body of Nathaniel Murray, 29, was discovered floating in a San Francisco bay early yesterday morning. Spotted by passengers in a whale sighting school, the body was recovered by police, then sent to the city coroner's office for an autopsy. The cause of the death has been linked to suicide, though bystanders report that the corpse was remarkably disfigured and contorted. Walt Grimm, a personal injury lawyer, followed the ambulance to the coroner's... Walt Grimm, a personal injury lawyer, followed the ambulance to the coroner's and reported that a quarantine was initiated not long afterwards. The reason for the quarantine has not been made public. Okay. Poet's Corner. This week's poem was sent by 15-year-old Wupu Wong. Haiku to a taco. Soft shell taco mine. What meat art thou concealing? Who cares, it's tasty. Need cash at Oregon Trail Clinic. We'll pay up to $50 cash for any and all vital organs. We also pay market rate for arms, legs, and eyeballs. Are you a lefty who's short on men? Bring in that right arm. Must be removed on site to meet AMA requirements. Our friendly qualified staff will be happy to sever that limb, and you'll walk out moments later with a few extra dollars in your pocket. Hurry in and don't forget to ask about our frequent donor program. Old Jim's Bait Shop, liver crawlers in an old coffee can of your choice. Senator committed to asylum. Reese's press conference hysterics surprised many. Senator Martin Reese of New Mexico, who had called the press conference, assumably to announce his intentions to leave politics to join the PGA, erupted into hysterics today. Witnesses reported the senator to have shouted, "Texas is just too, I'm assuming that's fucking big, run for your lives before it eats us all." Senator Reese, long considered one of the most mentally sound figures on Capitol Hill, had to be restrained and was led away in a makeshift straitjacket. When questioned about Senator Reese's rantings, Representative Lana Elwich, D. Texas, professed complete ignorance. Everyone knows Texas is big, but really. Most people who witnessed the display admitted to being surprised at the senator's behaviour. Though not everyone... Most people who witnessed the display admitted to being surprised at the senator's behaviour, though not everyone. House Speaker Bob Brooke, D. Maine, commented, "Senator Reese's outburst is hardly shocking to those of us who work with him. We knew all along he was a whacked-out, thumb-sucking piece of shit." I'm going to guess that says. Senator Reese will be examined tomorrow by psychiatrists who are confident that a complete recovery can be made despite the senator's many years in Congress. I've just worked out what the R is. So, Senator Reese Martin is Republican of New Mexico, which means that D. Texas will be Democrat, I'm assuming. Editorial, Why the Crusade Must Be Stopped, 205 by Luigi Trundle. In the years since World War III, we've seen growing form of discrimination which has come into full malevolent bloom. Thankfully, we are not talking about racial or sexual bias, both of which are no longer the blights on society they once were. The social disease that afflicts us is now genetic discrimination. There are in this world evil forces that exist with the specific purpose of separating the genetically unchallenged from the rest of the population. This eugenics movement, the classifying humans by their genetic quality, has been around since the late 1800s, but in those days humans were already classified by skin colour and gender. Several significant moments in history have attempted to exterminate an entire race, and I believe that we are witnessing yet another. The crusade for genetic purity is spearheading this dark movement. Reverend Shepherd, in the guise of a placid, benevolent teacher, is in reality a hate-monger. His words, softly spoken, plant the seeds of hate between those with genetic flaws and those without. And now the crusade has trumpeted the arrival of the Moonchild, the so-called refugee of the pure, supposedly a religious retreat where the faithful crusaders go to take part in spiritual ceremonies. It is, in reality, a symbol of divisiveness, a jewel in the heavens where only a few may go, the rest excluded by a condition they did not ask for and cannot change. When will each and every inhabitant on this earth open his or her eyes? I hope that for the day when we will all be able to look upon each other as human beings, and not as man or woman, black or white, mutant or norm. To paraphrase Shakespeare, I am a mutant. Hath not a mutant hands, organs, dimensions, senses, affections, passions? Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you poison us, do we not die? Grateful Dead Tour. The Grateful Dead, in its third incarnation, have announced plans for a resurrection tour to begin next week in Sacramento, California, and end up in Lazarus, is that Pennsylvania? The tour is scheduled to return for 3 years, during which the band will play 1,093 shows. Accordion player Geraldo Rodriguez says the band is expected to get back on the road after a layoff of a week and a half. We were due for a rest after our last world tour, but by Thursday we were getting a little antsy. Future plans include a new album, a movie filmed on tour, and a possible benefit concert put on in conjunction with the Rolling Stones. Art and Soul by Albie Tewksbury. Art is not just dead in the Bay Area; its rotten corpses stinking up the place. The latest excuse for an art exhibit was unveiled at the Ink and Oils Emporium, or the Stinking Spoils Emporium, as want to call it. This pathetic showing by an alleged artist who calls himself Logo was the most heinous spectacle of it this season. At least this Logo character has an inkling of intelligence. If I dare to pass off such putrid trash as art, I wouldn't use my real name either. Sorry. The most striking thing about the presentation was the artist's hairdo, which closely resembled a dust mop used to soak up an oil spill and then dried to a crisp under a sun lamp. On the lighter side, Kay Winthrop's Black Tie Art Appreciation fundraiser was not nearly as unbearable as I feared it would be. The featured artwork, as always, was despicable, but for once the hors d'oeuvres didn't make me vomit. The champagne was not vintage, but not at the cap of previous layers. All in all, not a complete waste of an evening. Till next week, remember, life without art is just life. That's interesting. Cost himself a logo. The most striking thing about the presentation was the artist's hairdo, which closely resembled a dust mop used to soak up an oil spill, then dried to a crisp under a sun lamp. Okay, not sure where that's going. And this one. Police officers acquitted of an assault in civil suit. Angry protests were staged today outside the 5th Precinct Courthouse when 2 Norm police officers, Joey Harris and Dee Adler, both incidentally members of the Crusade for Genetic Purity, were found not guilty of assault and battery on a private citizen, Emo Dooley, an unemployed homeless mutant, and brought a civil suit. Hang on. Emo Dooley, an unemployed homeless mutant, had brought a civil servant against the officers. Servant. Try this one more time. Emo Dooley, an unemployed homeless mutant, had brought a civil suit against the officers, saying that they had randomly picked him out of a group of stragglers and beaten him senseless. This is the 4th civil suit brought against Norm members of the SFPD this year alone. Each trial has ended in an acquittal. Undoubtedly, this has given police an added sense of immunity, leading to more mutant accusations of civil rights violations. The 2 mutant 10 Norm jury deliberated for only 3 minutes 18 seconds before presenting their not guilty verdict. Jury Lady Fox explained the reason for the quick decision made by the jury. The prosecution never convinced us that Mr. Dooley did not always look the way he does. The ACLU announced that it is planning to appeal. Was that prosecution never convinced us that Mr. Dooley had not always looked the way he does? Okay. I'm not sure that what the ACLU is, though. I think that's everything. Okay. Let's start talking with people about this then. See if they know anything.
Okay, what's on your mind?
Why is this just bashing in my ears again? Config. Yeah. I dropped the volume down to about 90. No, 85 I believe. No, I'll stick it to about 80. No, 90 be fine. Because otherwise I'm having my ears ripped out. Anyway, ask about. And we got some new options. We got Crusade and Mac Malden.
Ever since the Crusade started up, the relations between Norns and mutants has gone to pot. I've had rocks thrown through my windows, graffiti sprayed on the bricks outside. There's not much I can do, though. He's one of the few Norns besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical cop. A little dim, and not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town.
Okay, let's look at the inventory again. What's his name? Mac. That's Malden, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Is there anything we're missing? So if that's all there is, this one I'm still not sure where it's coming from. See, it might have been around other places.
You look hungry, Tex, and I'll bet I could do something to satisfy that hunger.
Leader means with change of subject or play really dumb. Ooh, what should I do? I'll go leader mean.
I prefer to stay hungry. I've got an image to maintain, you know.
Let's ask about the crusade.
That's that religion for norms only? It makes me sick. Sorry. Ask me about something else.
Okay, so she doesn't know about Matt Malden. Okay, that's fine. See what Rook's got to say about Matt. Well, there's two.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? Don't get me started. That movement is nothing but a hate machine. The civil war's on the horizon because we mutants can't sit around and take the discrimination anymore. Those crusading fools have started something too big to control. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so a lot of people know about the crusade, but not much about Matt Malden. Did I just do it to the alley? Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, well, we can talk to this guy here.
Ask away. I stay out of politics, especially bad politics. Sorry, can't help you with that.
Okay, so that's fucking useful. Alright, so we've got two more people to ask.
What can I do for you, Tex? The crusade is big. I mean, much bigger than most people know. They have autolives all over, and these huge sections of the Norm population are joining. Well, they say it's a religion, but then they encourage the members to be violent and prejudiced towards others.
I'm just reading it again just so I can... Okay.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Because everybody seems to know about the crusade. Malden just seems to be a bit...
I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms.
Okay, so he's not right. That's fine. Let's just go over here.
Coit Tower was once a majestic landmark.
Nobody there. Great. So look at the hint section. See if we're any closer to filling all that out. Cancel. So get newspaper, examine newspaper. Still got 2 more things what we've not done. Unless I need to go back to Rook and give him the newspaper. See what he says.
What now, Murphy?
No? Okay, so I thought I could give him the paper, but that does not look like I need to do that. Maybe there's something I'm missing. On the floor somewhere, maybe?
All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot don't pollute symbols. Ah, the once majestic Chandler Avenue. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped. This is where Louis throws out the garbage. Street people come from miles around to sample Louis' award-winning leftovers.
I wonder whether someone's gonna have something in the...
Nothing in here worth taking.
Right, okay, that's interesting. Did not think about going into the bins of others. So the pizza place I don't think has bins. Or if they do, it's in the back and I've not.
I don't know what these garbage cans are used for, but they're the cleanest things on the street. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products. All hell.
Okay, so that's not any use.
I like to stand by these, waiting for a glimpse of Rita.
Don't know what that was in reference to, but never mind.
I like to stand by.
So that was the hydrant. Oh, wait a minute.
I heard this newspaper box got destroyed right after Chelsea opened her newsstand.
So there's dye mutants at the side. I don't know if I can get a...
I heard this newspaper.
No, okay. Can I get something here?
I heard this newspaper.
No. Okay.
cans seem to be in good shape. Too bad nobody uses them. These garbage cans...
Okay. Wait a minute. There's a welcome mat here.
It's like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful.
Oh, the old key under the welcome mat. Is it going to be the case? We've got a key.
Whoa, a key.
Key to Rusty's. Let's have an examine on that one.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity or...
Maybe a key, yeah. Okay.
Just a couple of empty old packing boxes. Just a couple of... Rusty, the clown from hell. No wonder this place went under. Probably scared off all his business.
See, that looks like a camera in there.
Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons.
Ah, okay. Knew it was something there.
Cool. Plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection. Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fire starts so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never like matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak. Kids love him. So does our...
Okay, so at least we know what Dr. Burns looks like.
It's like my 4th grade teacher. Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a reaper. Oh, this is a scary mask. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set.
Okay, none of those I can get.
Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes. It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended.
Okay, let's have a look at this.
Can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself.
And a battery compartment. Right, we'll have to have a look at that in a minute because we've got some batteries.
second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask.
Okay, I don't know why it kind of went round there and then just stopped. Never mind.
I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck. These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless. These weapons are all made of plastic. These weapons...
Okay, he's checking there was no other, nothing else there.
This wig probably sells well during the Bay Area Yodeling Festival. A mask of the king? That's blasphemy! This wig must be quite popular with shy people. Whoa, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous.
There's no gets, okay, that's fine. Oh, just noticed something there.
Maybe this key fits in that employees only door.
Okay. The door that we haven't tried yet because we're busy looking around.
If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only clowns have gone before.
I'm not going to go there yet.
That door leads out to the street.
Okay. Alright. Might as well go through the employees only area. Before we do that, let's save. It's auxiliary panel. Save. Let's call this 9. Oh, add comment. Found more stuff. And about to go into the employees area in joke shop.
Locked. Rusty says, clean up the mess. Sounds like Rusty ran a pretty tight ship.
There's nothing here, it's fine. As in, no, nobody hiding out or anything. Not that I'd expect that, but, you know.
Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid?
I don't even think I want to open that, to be honest, even if it is a joke shop.
The sink must have been used for developing photos. Not much use for it now since all the developing equipment's gone. The sink must have been... A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever... Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care.
Alright, let's open a toxic acid.
Oh, lordy. Well, this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him.
Oh, nice. That's not a good thing. So we got another murder. Well, time to leave, I think. Let's see what this puts into the hint section. Well, it doesn't say anything more on the pawn shop. Right, okay.
What can I do for you, Tex?
You shouldn't do anything else. Okay, end conversation. So look at the inventory. See if we can combine stuff. So we can combine this with this. Let's combine the batteries with this. Live rusty dome. Unless I need to use the mask for Ardo.
I heard that Ardo shuts the place down every once in a while to do fire safety upgrades. Maybe he's painting fire extinguishers in all the rooms. I had a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile.
Do I really want to fill it with acid though? And that's what's just crossed my mind. Let's see if the
I heard that Ardo shuts the...
okay. See if the hot dog stand is open.
Coit Tower was once a majestic land.
Nope. Go talk to Rook. And then talk to...
Judas Murphy, can't you find something else to do besides bothering me?
Okay, so he doesn't know anything more. Let's try this place.
What can I get you?
He doesn't have anything else.
He's one of the few norms besides you who...
Yeah, no, he's...
What can I do for you?
Yeah, nope. So Adro's not in. I've spoken to these two. Spoken to the guy over here who's gone. Oh no, he's still there.
Oh, looks like Mr.
Ask away.
He doesn't know anything else. Fine. See what happens if we go back to the office. If I can.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Nope, can't go back to bed.
Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a carrot top.
I don't think we know what that key is. Okay. I think I have tried it. In the place around the corner. But it didn't do anything.
Acme warehouse is the one. Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. Yeah, looks like someone's locked the door.
So it's none of those. So if I look at the hints again. New fax machine, that's going to be related to the electronic shop. Okay, let's have a look to see what we're missing. Go to the police station and talk to Matt Malden. Oh, okay, I see. I didn't realize you could do that. Okay.
My trusty 31 lightning bolt.
Right, that's fine. Oh, it's him. Okay, I say it's him because I checked out the previous games, which was Mean Streets, which I already said about. And, sorry, I should be looking this way. And Martian Memorandum. This guy here, it pops up in Martian Memorandum, so be interesting to see how he talks, because when I tried talking with him on that one, it was a case of calling him a fat shit. I don't know, so weird.
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured he'd be dead by now.
He sounds a lot different than his sequel counterpart. Okay, right back at you, folks. Compliment or friendly rejoiner. I'll just go back at you.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, Murphy. It was great to see you. Now get lost.
Fondly reminiscent. I'm gonna sign just because the second game, trying to talk to this guy was just like, and he'd tell you to get lost, and then you'd have to come back again and try a different tree, and it's just. So I'm hoping it's not gonna be the same on this one. Fondly reminisce, dispense with small talk, or make some healthful suggestions. Let's fondly reminisce.
Oh, come on. Remember the Martian Memorandum case? Hey, we made a swell team.
Yeah, those were the days. I don't get cases like that anymore. Things are harder now. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Okay, pride, which goes before the falls, suck up, or shocked by ineptitude. Do I suck up to him, or do I do pride? Let's do a bit of sucking up.
Sounds like we might be looking for the same burglar. Let's compare notes, old buddy.
No chance, Murphy. I don't need you getting in my way. Go play detective somewhere else.
Shit. It's probably not the correct way of doing it.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
Annoying Hoover, sleazy comeback, or apologetic. Let's go apologetic.
I don't mean to bother you, but I'm still stuck on this case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
Ooh. Mr. Pathetic, make a fermented deal, or hit it where it hurts. I'm tempted to hit it where it hurts. But I'm gonna go for make a fermented deal.
Tell you what, help me solve this case I'm working on, and I'll buy you a scotch, and not the cheap stuff.
Bribing a cop, eh, Murphy? Get out of here now, and I might not bust you.
Fuck's sake. I might have to just call him a fat shit and have done with it.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
Okay. Sleazy comeback.
I was planning on it.
Ooh.
Find your sister.
Oh.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost.
Okay, make some healthful suggestions.
I'll bet you could use an extra strength laxative and a nap.
Yeah? And you can use a punch in the chops. Get out of my office. Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
How's about we find a fucking a talk tree that isn't a pain in the ass to do? Annoying humor.
No, because I really like to watch your face turn red.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost.
Dispense with small talk.
Listen, I'm working on a burglary case, and I'm looking for a lead.
You and me both, Seamus. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Right, so suck up didn't work, and I think this is the correct conversation tree. So I'm gonna go shocked by ineptitude.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood.
Thank you very much.
Narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
So he's got AB blood. He's a normie. And I think he said he was Caucasian. So that should be some more stuff to go back into the office with. So let's go back to the computer. And those responses I'm going to have to remember for the sequel, because I'll have to speak to him at that point. Caucasian. He's a normal. And he said he was AB blood. So we now need sex, eyes. Oh god, we got other things to get. Okay, so let's look at the hints. So we've got everything apart from the last one now, which is good. Can't sleep yet. So maybe we need to talk to the bum about something else. She won't know anything.
Ask away. Wish I could help. I stay out of politics, especially bad politics. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
Right, sorry, I'm gonna find out what else we need. I can't think of what else we need. Enter clues into the... Yeah. Well, I've done that. In fact, we just did that just now. Unless I needed to put the sex in. Great. So just wasted 4 points. And I could have just played around with the PC. I'm just going to put some other bits in. Wait a minute. Let's say is a male. Scars on his face, chest. See, these don't change the matches. Sorry. Yeah, I know, for fuck's sake. talk to Chelsea again because I'm not quite sure whether I've got the correct details.
What can I do for you, Tex? Yeah, you know, I remember Brooke told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
The guy, so he's a bloke. Okay, I forgot that, sorry. Yeah, the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm. Okay. So it was male. I just missed it because guy could be... Well, no, I suppose guy is definitely male.
Primelink Computers, the only...
See, I've got those. Those came from Red Two Eyes. She just said they were green. We found who's AB. He's a 14. Tattoo on his arm. See, it doesn't give me anything. £6'3" to 6'4", £300, green eyes, anchor tattoo on the arm, foot size 14, AB blood, normie, Caucasian. Right, hang on a minute. Just having a quick look at a walkthrough because I'm a bit confused. Yeah, I've done that. Glass shower, got that. Got radio, got batteries. Got newspaper. Got the, yeah, got that. Got the rest, got the ring. Oh, I need to pick up the balloon from the sink. Okay, so I need to do that. Okay. Ah.
A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight.
Okay, got that. No male Caucasian. And that's AB negative. Oh shit. AB negative. That's why it didn't work. I put AB blood, not AB negative. My fault for not hearing it properly. Thank you. Someone fucked that up, which is me. Possible matches 1. View suspect file, yes. Okay, Flem, Mickey, sex male, race Caucasian, mutant no, height 6'4", weight 300 pounds, hair red, eyes 2, eyes green, eye number that is, blood AB negative, date of birth 11th of the 5th, 03, I'm assuming that's 2003. POB, I'm assuming that's place of birth, San Francisco, California. Distinct marks, anchor tattoo on right arm, aliases not available. Criminal record, date 7/22/19, burglary, juvenile court, suspended sentence. 10th, 31st, 22, mail fraud. That's $5,000 fine, suspended sentence. 15th of the 4th, that would be 2023. Attempted extortion, 3 months county jail. 19th of the 8th, 25, petty theft, 6 months county jail. 23rd of the 9th, 27, burglary, 1 year state penitentiary. 4th of the 5th, 33, grand theft speeder, 5 years state penitentiary. 13th of the 10th, importing illegal novelty items, 3 years state penitentiary. Note whereabouts of Mick Flem are unknown at this time. The SFPD are interested in questioning him about the recent disappearance and suspected murder of Rusty Clown. It's likely that Flem and Rusty were working together when Flem was arrested for illegally importing Asian novelty items. Flem may have murdered Rusty to get revenge for letting him take the fall. This theory has been supported by street informant Beak Narrets, who claims to have seen Flem within the past few weeks. There is reports seeing Flem in an extremely intoxicated state, apparently hallucinating, saying that Rusty Clown's ghost was out to get him. And there's Mick Flem. Okay. See, around 33, there was this was the first game. I think 38 was the second game. So now they do a load of talking again. And I'm going to call it in 20 minutes for tonight.
What can I do for you, Tex?
Here we go, we've got some more.
Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay, so it doesn't go down. Even though it says more. Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, I know Beak. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower.
Right, so this is going to open up Coit Tower.
I remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that.
You don't know about Rusty Clown, who used to work with you. Well, who used to work over there. Fine.
Ask away. Oh, don't know a thing about it. Sorry, can't help you with that. Wish I could help.
Fine. You're useless.
What can I... Can't help you, Tex. sorry. I don't know anything about that. He was a weirdo who opened up a shop just down the street. That would have been a couple of years ago. The business went under in a hurry and the clown just disappeared.
Hey, do ask me where the clown is, because I ain't telling you that one. Okay, let's see, he's gonna know.
Too bad you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. Sorry, Mike. Can't help you there. He was a strange one. He had a show on TV for a while. Got pretty popular. Then he quit the show and went into business. He opened up a shop right up the street from here. I guess he wasn't a very good businessman. The shop went out of business within a couple of months. Then Rusty just disappeared. I heard he'd made some enemies in the novelty trade.
Okay. All pretty redundant now since we know what's happened to him.
I heard that Ardo shut.
Yeah, he's not there anymore. So they should open up here.
I walk up the steps to Koi Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
You must be Beat Nerys.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
Okay. Refer to Chelsea down to business. Koi deal maker. Let's do some dealing.
I'm someone who'd like to make a deal for some information.
What's that? Deal? Well, I'm listening. What you got?
Try a live Rusty doll.
What you doing? I don't want that.
Okay. Inspect Burns mask.
What's that? You're pulling my leg.
Toss ring.
Come on. Give me something I can use.
Balloon.
What you doing? I don't want that.
Fuck's sake. Loaded dark crossbow.
What's that? You're pulling my leg.
Key from Alley.
Come on. Give me something I can use.
I don't know what you want.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for,
That's a surgery gift certificate it was. Ask him about all these things. Might as well.
I can't help you there. Chelsea. Smart girl and a real looker to boot. She's got a cute little nose. I haven't got any info on that. She runs that pizza place with her husband, Sal. I don't know much about her. A true Italian nose, though. He lets his wife run the pizza joint. I don't know what he does. Though I've heard some things about who he does. You can tell he drinks a lot by that snaz of his. I can't help you there. I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business.
Oh, this is the other PI colonel, right? I think that's who he is.
The bracelet is the bait Mick Flem uses for the pawn shop robberies. Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flem. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flem breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds.
Let's just reread this. Rock's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Nick Flem. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month, which is what the newspaper said. The girl does go to the pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flem breaks into the pawn shop, gets back the bracelet. Right, okay, it's fine. Crusade?
Big trouble. It's causing mutant blood to boil, and I don't want to be around when the bullets start flying.
That's that one we would already
Rook's
done.
pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit.
Yeah, got that one, so...
Anyone with a hunger like that can't be all bad. Malden's no rocket scientist, but I hear that he's not on the take. I've helped him out a couple of times, so he leaves me alone. McFlam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him.
We know he's been busted for a lot of things.
Oh, I'm nobody. I just try to keep my nose clean and my ear to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Or was that vice versa? I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flam had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flam. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flam has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flem pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to go back to the car to see if it'll show that particular location. No. Okay. Let's save for now and see if we go back to the police station. Cancel. Okay. About to go back to police station with more info.
Can't you find something better to do than bother me?
was planning on it. But you know, I couldn't find your sister or your mom.
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
What did we do last time? I think we just did this one.
Listen, I'm working on a burglary case and I'm looking for a lead.
You and me both, Seamus. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Go for pride.
What you need is San Francisco's best detective on the case.
Yeah? I asked him to help out, but he's busy. Now shove off!
Okay, I don't think that's going to help anyway.
Crime-Link computer.
No, the phone's disconnected, so that's not useful. See, we know where it hangs out, but the location isn't available to us for some reason. Let's start talking around again.
What can I do for you, Tex? Oh, I remember Rusty.
I don't know. Send a conversation.
Hiya, matey. Well, you see my new nose. I'm so excited. I'm gonna look and feel like a new man.
Exploit breaks gratitude. Sarcastic narcissism. Kiss up is probably not going to work.
Well, that's swell, Beak. Hope you're feeling grateful enough to answer some more questions.
Yeah, sure. Anything.
Okay.
I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flam had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flam. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flam has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flam pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. Oh, I'm nobody. I just tried to keep my nose. McFlam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him.
Okay, so this is...
Medardo shuts the place.
Oh, it's open now. That's interesting.
If this is Mick Flem's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him.
Well, that's me fucked then.
Yummy. A bottle of turnip schnapps. I'll bet it's got a real kick. I don't think I'll move any of these pallets because they look like big slivers waiting to happen. Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key. Locked.
Is this what this is?
Well, that's not gonna work.
No.
Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened. Ooh, this barrel smells like it shouldn't be opened. This business sign should be on the outside of the building. No wonder they went out of business. This must be the power box for the warehouse, and it's locked. Well, that's not gonna work. These large doors look like they haven't been opened since my last date.
Bit of warping on the floor, but never mind. And we found a key.
This key must fit a lock around here somewhere.
Key from the warehouse.
The sound is coming from up on the landing. Looks like the on-off switch controls a pulley hook. It's running back and forth along a track. That hook looks pretty heavy duty.
Okay. Don't know how to get it to shift over properly.
Locked.
I don't know what I'm doing next, to be honest. Let's have a quick look at this walkthrough. Actually, no, I've got a better idea. Let's look at the hint system. Get a bracelet for McFlem. Okay. Use a key. Open the power box. Get into Rusty's. Oh, I know. Find and get the Rusty Clown doll. Combine the batteries in the Rusty doll to get alive. Wait, have we got... Hang on a minute, I've got an idea. Because he's scared of clowns. So... we go up here. Put the... where is it? We put the doll on here.
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flem. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flem least expects it, I'll throw the pulley at her and bring Rusty back from the dead.
Jesus, that's fucking terrible. I have to quickly move. What? Go over here. What the fuck? Okay. Okay.
Damn, I'm good. This has to be Rook's bracelet. This table and the bottle on it aren't dusty like everything else here. Someone's used this recently. Mick ran off without his keys. I bet at least one of these will come in handy.
Okay. Not seeing that, it's fine.
Well, this is actually a storage compartment.
So we use these keys here. Aha.
A locked box within a locked box. It must contain something worth having.
Combine this with this. Unlock strongbox. Salmon.
What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is jade. That's good quality, too.
Oh god, I almost jumped and I realised that the bloody doll was up there. I think that's it. Yeah. I think we can call this done for this area.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity.
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries, and if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
Day 2. Thank God. Goose eggs and ham.
I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence glands. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm gonna do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed.
Right, so we're on day 2. Shift your pain. Right, so I'm assuming that we'll have post course. There it is.
Oh boy, mail.
There's the credit card.
My own personal credit card. I'll need this to get in the electronics shop next door.
Yeah, don't need that. Okay.
That's the door to the street.
Okay, before we go, check a couple of things. There's no newspaper on the floor there. Let's go to our favorite newspaper lady.
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
Modest and unemployed, modest but manly, wink wink, nudge nudge. Let's go for modest but manly.
Oh, it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
You know, Tex, it must take quite an effort to be lonely, broke, and still so smug.
Ouch. Rug banter, indignant, or reeking of confidence? Rugged banter.
Admit it, doll. You love me just the way I am.
Oh, you're right, Tex. You're almost irresistible.
Gee, thanks.
So, is there something you came to ask me about?
Not at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look at this place.
This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. Well, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
the brand new electro...
I don't know where the card's supposed to go. I'm assuming it's there, but maybe I can't get in because it's not the grand opening. So it looks like I have to talk to everybody else. Actually, in fact, I'm going to do that next time. I will save now. I didn't want to do that. Can I call it start of day 2? Okay, so auxiliary panel, just going to exit to DOS. Where my screen stops flicking around. Right, okay, so that's Tex Murphy done for today. I will be back with Tex Murphy probably this weekend, probably. Keep sorry there. So yeah, this weekend I'll probably be back with Tex Murphy. I think I've got a stream this weekend as well, a proper one, but that might be something separate. But anyway, until that happens, I'll see you then. Bye.